Okay, so Prince Harry, for all his issues with security, oh, I don't feel safe, blah, 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 blah. No, this man has actually gone missing in Botswana for 3 whole days without telling Meghan. No, the phone was switched off, according to his friends, and he was spotted with this woman called TJ, which he famously apparently calls Mom, which, look, don't get me into the probably Oedipus complex that man has, but it's pretty obvious that he does. Look, he was there on a humanitarian trip. Really what it was a photo op in order to upstage Queen Camilla on her birthday. He got the front page splash, not her. He claimed that he didn't know anything about this. Of course he knows the birth date of his stepmother. We're not falling for your lies, Harry. But this is so interesting, okay? This man decides to go off and take a vacation, go completely missing, no signal, into the basically African savannah while Meghan is having the worst week of her life. Now, I don't have to remind you that Meghan's Netflix contract got cancelled pretty much on the same week. Yes, they got wind of that. This woman genuinely is having one of the worst weeks of her life. Her As Ever brand is absolutely crumbling. They can't put any of the orders out, basically. They're struggling with the big demand that they claim to have. I think it's more that they just don't have a supply chain in place. But on top of all this, Oprah, Gayle King, and Tyler Perry, even the disgraced Tyler Perry, this dodgy guy who's got actually a case against him for being a sexual predator, they were all invited to Beyonce's final concert. And guess who wasn't there? Meghan. So this woman is truly having a horrific time. And what does Harry do? He thinks that it's the perfect moment to just go and jet off into Botswana, and actually not even that, extend his trip. That's how much him and Meghan have a disconnect at the moment. First of all, Harry, you're the one who's always complaining about how unsafe you feel, asking the British taxpayer to effectively pay for your security. Clearly you don't care. I mean, you're in Africa living it up, completely without cell phone service, without any sort of security, so to speak, and you're just enjoying your life. So am I really that worried about you? No, I don't even think you're that worried about yourself. This man is a walking hypocrisy. He really is. He doesn't believe in a word that he says. He's reached out, or at least his people have leaked to the press this week, that he is sharing his diary dates with the royal family. Very interesting that on the cusp of the week that your Netflix contract gets cancelled, you now try to feebly enter back into the fold. Ridiculous stuff coming from Harry. Honestly, I'm so over it. I think this man really needs to get his ish together, because it's going to take a lot more than sharing diary dates to get back in with your father, the King of Great Britain. The man is seriously unhinged, you guys. I really do think that he still has this victim complex in his heart, that he believes that he's going to be the one to make the first move, and that it's all down to him, this reconciliation process. How about an apology, Harry? How about an apology? I mean, we genuinely haven't seen a stick of I'm sorry from this man, and I just think that he's grasping at straws here, and the palace is going to be a lot harder to infiltrate than, hey, I'm going to share with you my diary dates so that we don't have any clashes if we need to do anything in the future. Give me a break. You have put the king through hell. You have put your brother through hell. You have put Princess Kate through absolute hell by spreading lies and disinformation about them for years. You wrote an entire book about them, which you profited heavily off. You then made a Netflix series about them. Then your crazy, scandalous wife made an entire an entire podcast about how horrible she felt being in the firm and how the royal institution has ruined her life. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit more than sharing some diary dates with the king to get back in, Harry. I don't think it's going to be as simple as that. And actually, the journalist that did break it, who they obviously leaked to, said that even if Harry, like basically they're angling at a September meetup, if Harry gets access to the king, which it's looking very unlikely at the moment. I mean, the tensions are still very frosty between them. If Harry gets an invite, there is no way that Meghan will be included. So take that for what you will. I mean, there's a snowball's chance in hell that that woman is going to sidle up to the palace and be let anywhere near the premises after what she has done to that family in its worst times. Just think of what she did to the Queen and Philip on their deathbed. We could get really into it as to what struggle she has caused the royal family with her endless drama, being a D-list actress from the middle of nowhere. That woman, honestly, I don't even know where to start with her. But one person that does have a very good radar on these things is Miss Martha Stewart. Now, Martha Stewart has come out this week and spoken to a reporter, and she has shared her true feelings about Meghan Markle, someone that Meghan often gets compared to. And now I'm starting to think Martha's not that happy about it. Let's have a look at the video. I'm going to decode that for you real quick. She hates Meghan. She hates Meghan. She thinks Meghan is not authentic. It's what we've been saying for so long. She thinks that Meghan is a farce and Meghan is a scam artist. That's basically what she's saying between words. She would not say that thrilling review of Gwyneth Paltrow before in the interview and then say Meghan needs to know what she's talking about. And I think that's a reference to Meghan's cooking show. I mean, Martha Stewart does not mess around. This woman is built of strong stuff, and she's not just going to, basically spout out empty platitudes about someone that she doesn't actually respect. So I really respect what Martha's saying here. She's essentially saying Meghan doesn't believe in anything she's doing. She doesn't really have a clue as to what she's doing. She's an actress. Why the hell does she have a cooking show in the first place? It doesn't make any sense to me. So Martha's onto something, and I think this kind of reveals a deeper tragedy for Meghan. It reveals that she's been ousted by Hollywood. She's no longer... was she ever even in Hollywood? Someone tell me, because I actually don't think she was ever really in Hollywood. I don't think there's anything to suggest that. She was always on the parameters, always on the outside. She was basically an actress on a kind of, B-list cable show. She wasn't exactly Gwyneth Paltrow or a Meryl Streep or a Jennifer Lawrence. She was nowhere near that level. So... yeah, she was never inside the fold, but she's definitely been ousted. We can see that from, all the different things that she's not invited to. She doesn't come to those very, very important A-list events. She's not invited anywhere by Leonardo DiCaprio. She's not with Woody Harrelson. She's not in Saint-Tropez with every other celebrity and their mother. So she is properly not in the fold anymore. And I think the Vanity Fair article, the Hollywood Reporter article, those have all helped to make sure that she is firmly outside of the realm. And the reason is that she... people like authenticity behind the scenes in Hollywood. People like real people. And people can sniff that woman's manufactured authenticity from 10 miles away. They don't have to go to Montecito for it. Anyway, I can hear my lady in the background vacuuming, so I'm going to go. But catch you in the next one, guys. It's been fun.